Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this episode of the Dan Dawson Show. So I want to talk to you some more and expand on the pendulum effect. Because see, something happened today that lets me know that pendulum is swinging. So the FBI arrested 6 men who had planned on kidnapping Michigan Governor Whitmer. And if you've gone insane enough to kidnap a sitting governor and hold a trial for treason against the Constitution, if you think that you have that authority, you've lost your mind. Now, you cannot agree with her stances on stuff. And to give you a little backstory, so the Michigan Supreme Court came back and said that her lockdown laws were unconstitutional and she needed to stop immediately. She goes, well, I have 21 days, and after that, I'll find another way to do them. See, that's that left pendulum, right? So the right pendulum, right side of the pendulum, not that it's right or anything, comes back and says, okay, well, we're going to kidnap her and have a trial. See, the left pendulum is the governor of Oregon, or the mayor of Portland, rather, being chased out of his condo and having it almost burnt to the ground by BLM members. The right side of the pendulum is to show up with pepper ball guns and rubber bullets and, disperse the crowd. But as you can see, that pendulum's swinging. Swinging is gaining more and more energy. When honestly, what needs to happen is that energy needs to dissipate. Look, ladies and gentlemen, you can disagree with somebody's political views. You can even say they're unconstitutional. You can agree with their lifestyle, their choices, or disagree with them. But it's their individual right, and it's their First Amendment right to say it. Now, understand this is a sitting governor who is refusing to acknowledge the Constitution. But the only message you got across is that you're a violent right-wing or militia group. I only say right-wing, because most right-wingers are honestly sitting at home drinking whiskey. So at least that's what Dan's doing today. I ain't joining no groups, so don't even ask me. But hey, not gonna do it. Unless they form a Jack Daniels group. And then, hey, we have unlimited Jack Daniels. I'll protest anything you want me to. But that's neither here nor there today. But it's the pendulum effect. And we should be very afraid. Because, see, the pendulum effect, and I've been to civil war-torn countries, Haiti, Bosnia, and this is how it starts. See, it starts slowly. It's not just one thing. It starts slowly and it builds and it builds. So if we look at our own the history of the United States, remember that's how the American Revolution started. Built slowly. If you look at the amazing nation of Texas, that's how the Texas Revolution started. Slowly. And then it builds. And then it escalates. Then shots are fired. And keep in mind, we've already had shots fired because I'm reading that they arrested another 7 people besides those 6 who had targeted police officers, which didn't make any sense to me. But they were getting the names and addresses of police officers, and they were going to go to their houses and pretty much, I guess, just execute them. It's really ridiculous, and it's very scary. So now, at least those 6 I know are facing life in prison. Think about what you do. Here it is. You have a wife, you have kids. You do some dumb shit, such as threatening to kidnap a sitting governor. And now you're facing life in prison. So what about your family, your wife and kids? Don't let that pendulum catch you. Think about what you're doing and how it's going to affect the rest of your life. See, because here's what Dan can tell you. Unless you present an immediate physical threat to me, I'm not going to hurt you. I don't care what you say. Really don't care what you do. It doesn't matter. You can say, oh, Dan's a sellout, or Dan's a white supremacist, and get as mad as you want. I don't really care. It's not affecting my life. Now, if Gretchen Whitmer had walked up to one of these guys and beat him up, and he defended himself, but honestly, I've seen the woman. If she beats you up, you probably shouldn't be a part of any militia. No, you probably should be in the gym. The only militia you should belong to is the weightlifting militia. But no, unless somebody presents a physical, immediate threat, you're putting your family and your life, your freedom on the line for what? A political idea that won't even be the same in 2 years? Now you're spending a lifetime in prison. The BLM people, they've started handing federal charges to. Remember I told you about the 2 lawyers? Now you've lost all that time in law school. And I bet your parents paid for it. I bet they're really pissed right now. Now you're not even going to be able to practice law. After you get out of, after you do a 10, 15, 20-year prison term. So what's it worth? What's it worth? Unless somebody is presenting a direct physical threat to you, what is it worth? You really got to ask yourself that question. If you're single, never had kids, I guess you could throw your life away. But if you have kids and a family, or even nieces and nephews, people that look up to you, a halfway decent career, you're going to throw all that away for what? For what? Especially, let me talk to the nurses out there for a second. You go join one of these rights if you want to, whether you're right wing or left wing. Something happens and you get charged, you know you're going to lose that license, right? And to all the people who talk crap on Facebook, say, yeah, we got to get out there, then you go get out there. Stop getting these people riled up for them to go out there. You know how I protect my Second Amendment rights? I vote. I use my First Amendment. But I will never use my fist to defend a right that hasn't been taken yet. And they're chipping away at it. They are. Which is why we need to get out and vote more than ever. And let them know, no, that's not a platform you can run on. And once you're in office, that's not a platform you can pursue. Because you vote them out of office. That'll cause more damage to them than anything you could do to them. So just think about that, and no matter which side of your left or your right, think about how it affects you and your life, how it affects you and your family. You know, so I just wanted to put that out there. It really caught me at the minute because I'm seeing the pendulum swing, and unless the pendulum stops, unless somebody reaches in there and catches that pendulum mid-swing, it's going to get bad, people. And trust me, you do not want war. You do not want war on your own land. It's going to be bad. So thank you for watching this episode of the Dan Dawson Show. Remember, like, subscribe, share, do what you got to do.